Let's see. One o'clock. All right. Blender Bracket begins round 1, week 3. Hello, everybody. All 2 of you. I think I'm one of them. So all 1 or 2 of you. This week, we're starting with Champion 41, Balls of Bool, versus Champion 26, which is Wolf Lich's champion. Wolf Lich's model got caught in USPS hell, international shipping, so I made a backup model to represent his character. He sent it about 3 weeks ago, and they gave him an estimated time of arrival of, I think they gave him it was like 7 to 14 days or something, and it's been a month, so there's a chance he'll still arrive. When I asked him what his model looked like, he told me it was a guy with a pink head. So I ran with that and made a placeholder. We can begin by introducing Champion 41, Balls of Bool. Let me pull him up on the document. Here we go. I'll have to move the camera a little bit so you can see these guys. Champion 41. He's too big. His giant polearm We'll zoom in a bit. Balls of Bool by a hobbyist. Chopping block miniatures. Weighing in at 0.016 pounds with a height of 1.5 inches, not including his staff. Balls of Bool and his fellow knights fell from grace after encountering a tribe. Cursed with endless hunger, the horses were no longer useful, eventually his own brothers as well. Balls of Bool has forever walked alone, brandishing his astoundingly unwieldy halberd. Most hear the rumble of his gut, then dinner. Balls of Bool versus Wolf Lich's stand-in model. You guys will have to bear with me because it was a very last-minute miniature. I'm calling him Big Pink Head. He is a guy with a big pink head. That's John Goodman's head. The lore I wrote because I didn't get any. Lost in Transit, placeholder model made by Tanner with the info. The real champion has a big pink head. If it arrives, this document will be updated. Height 2 inches, weight 0.05 pounds. Big pink head. Oh god, he's very unwieldy. I forgot to glue him to the base. But this is Big Pink Head. You could tell he has a big pink head. And he's eating a hamburger. He's made out of a weird material, so we'll see. He's going to have to lean against the wall. Oh, well. Hopefully it arrives in the mail. If he does end up winning, I can replace him. But we'll see. This is the last of the issues I had with flight transportation issues. So overall, I think there were 3 models that had issues with the flight or with being shipped internationally. One of them you haven't seen yet, but thankfully it was minimal compared to all the wonderful entrants I've received in the mail. So we'll begin with rolling to see who goes first. Evens being Balls of Bool, odds being Big Pink Head. Rolling a D6. It might be a little hard to show the D6. Let me zoom out a little bit because this one's very short, or it's thin. So I'll try to get it so you can see everything. And I'll show the die rolls to the camera. Even being Balls of Bool, odd being Big Pink Head. It is a 2. So even Balls of Bool. 6 inches of movement. Let me find my tape measure. Oh, I should mention, I got instead of incense cones, I have something a little better today. I'll wait till the first wound to show you all. 6 inches of movement from Balls of Bool. He makes it in easily. I'll scoot Big Pink Head in too. Okay, Balls of Bool. 3 up to hit. Swinging with his halberd. 2, no hit. Big Pink Head. Swinging with his hamburger. 3's hit. 5. Wounding on 4s. 3. Okay. Balls of Bool. Using his pointed head. Headbutting. 3's hit. 3. 4's to wound. 4. 5's to save. Big Pink Head. 2. Big Pink Head takes a wound. I got tiny die. Thank you, Jack. My friend Jack sent me these tiny die. I have about 1,000 of them. They're wonderful. Balls of Bool striking back with his... Oh, Balls of Bool, my bad. Big Pink Head. I was looking at Big Pink Head. Big Pink Head swinging back with his sandal. I don't know. He doesn't have a weapon. Hitting on 3s. A 6. Wounding on 4s. A 4. Okay, Ball saving on... Oh, I'm bumping the mic. Camera. Ball saving on 5s. Oops, that one almost went off the table. Saving on 5s. A 1. Ball also receives a wound. I could find the one. There we go. Yeah, he fights with his burger. Okay. Balzaboul striking back with his halberd. Hitting on threes. 3. Wounding on fours. A 1. There you go. Big Pink Head biting Balzaboul. Hitting on threes. A 1. Balzaboul using his shield. It's on his back. Hitting on threes. A 6. Ooh, this is looking lucky. Wounding on fours. A 5. Okay, Big Pink Head saving on fives. Will it save? It's a little cocked, but I'm going to call that a 3. Sorry, Big Pink Head. Big Pink Head has been defeated. Balzaboul eats another victim. Congratulations, Balzaboul. Getting on my dust mask, setting up the blender, rolling a d8 to see which setting Balzaboul. I keep saying ball. It's fun to say Balzaboul. Rolling to see which blender setting Big Pink Head will be blended at. 1. Mix and whip. This is a quite dense model, so I'm not sure how they plug in the blender. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go. Unplug my laptop charger for a minute. That's fine. How can I do this where that's fine, whatever. Okay. Let's see. Dust mask on. Say goodbye to Big Pink Head. Goodbye, Big Pink Head. Are you blending the normal model when it arrives? That's a good question. If it arrives, I'll probably blend it on the Blender stream. So I would probably wait. If it's a gorgeous model, maybe I'll send it back. I mean, it was sent to be blent, so we'll see. Okay. Big Pink Head. This is going to be brutal. Testing. Okay. Say goodbye, Big Pink Head. Woo! That one might have cracked the blender. I felt that one. The buttons were jiggling. I took my dust mask off. Oh, let's not do that. Okay. And it popped the lid almost out. That was close. Remains. Let's see what's left of Pink Head. Not much. You can see a bit of his. It's a fine sand. Oh my god. He was. That's the finest blend we've got. It must be the material the body is made up of. Ooh, it's like. Yeah, that's a fine grit. The Big Pink Head itself is good. Other than that, he is finely blent, proving that setting 1 does work. Take the dust mask off now. The lid of the blender is getting a bit fucked up by the models slamming into it as it's being blent. You see it's like chipping. So I'll have to monitor that, keep my hand on top of it. Okay. Next, let's see. I'll move the camera. I think the next round is my guy versus Gage. Let's see. They need to go into an urn. Well, what the plan is with these models is they're going to be the blended models are going to be used as basing on the trophy for the victor. So I'm going to probably mix it with Mod Podge. I don't know if I'm going to use like a paint at all. I might if I want it to look a little muddy with pieces coming out. I think to preserve the integrity of the models, I'll probably mix it with Mod Podge and then slap it on the wooden base. It's a big like wooden plaque almost. Maybe I'll get a plinth. And I'm going to set the winner on top of the entire plinth and mail it back to the person so they can keep that. That's the plan. We'll see how it turns out. So far, I've gotten quite a bit of material. You can see the finer stuff settled. But we'll see. There's still... Dwayne's shield is the most preserved of all the pieces. That and the yellow cube. So those two will have to be visible on the trophy. I also have Little Gerg, but I'm keeping that because I'm selfish. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the dust will work very well to fill in the cracks. We'll see. The next to fight today in the dungeon backdrop is... Oh, yes. It is Edge the Sword Lord versus 192.168.10.69. The IP address of Ethernet Warrior by Gage. Or No Clear Coat. Maybe I should be using your username. I think everybody knows who you are. We will start with my entrant, Edge the Sword Lord. Edge is a very tall sword with feet. It was the first thing I made for the Blenderbracker because I didn't think enough people would want to play, so I made a character to fill in the ranks. And that was back when we were at half the amount of players. I think it was 24 contestants, and I ended up going up to 48, if I remember correctly. Champion 1, Edge, the Ultra Massive Greatsword, the Sword Lord. By hobbyist, me, Simpso Miniatures. The sentient sword was believed to be the first blade wielded in the final giant war of New Milwaukee. To honor Edge's prowess in battle, it was given an enchanted boots to facilitate locomotion on its own accord. It betrayed its kind and is rumored to wander the plains in exile, searching for an equally powerful combatant. Height at a staggering 3.5 inches and a weight of 0.01 pounds. Edge, the Sword Lord. Edge will be fighting... They pull him up. We'll be fighting 192.168.69. Oh, I put him on the screen. 0.69, the Ethernet Warrior. Weighing in at 0.011 pounds, height of 1.5 inches. 192.168.1.69 got lost within the multi-stack protocol and is trying to find a way home. The Ethernet Warrior. I really love this model. And Gage actually told me that I think he designed that model because he thought I would like it, which is funny that we happen to be fighting each other. Luck of the draw. I'm actually rooting for the Ethernet Warrior, to be honest. I shouldn't. I should probably vote for my own guy. I'm going to swap them to the other sides because I want you to be able to see him. Otherwise, you'll see his shield the whole time. Okay, there we go. Oh, I forgot to mention the people who are voting to see who would win which fight. I should pull up the poll quick because I screenshotted it. So the poll for the last match, it looks like 60% thought Big Pink Head would win, 40% thought Balls the Bull, so that's an upset. The next match, this one, Edge, it looks like 53% of people think that Edge the Sword Lord will win, and 47% will think that Ethernet Warrior 192, 168, 169 will win. And I'll keep that updated regarding the future two matches in the next hour. Okay, Ethernet Warrior versus Edge the Sword Lord. Rolling to see who goes first. Where are my dice? Okay. Evens being Ethernet, odds being Edge. Rolling. 6. Evens. Ethernet. Gage told me he wanted me to use his official name, so I'm going to try to memorize the code, the IP address. I think it's an IP address. It must be 192.168.10.69. We'll see. I'll call him 192. That's fine. Okay, 192 going first. Moving 6 inches into combat. He's in range. Threes to hit. Swinging with his spear. Let me move the camera a bit. There we go. It's kind of hard to get these guys in frame. That's okay. Swinging with his spear. 3 to hit. 1. No hit. Edge retaliating with a parry. 3's hit. 2. No dice. Ethernet Warrior. Shield bashing. 3's hit. 5. Wounding on 4s. A 5. All right. Edge doesn't have much defensive capabilities, considering he's a sword with shoes. Saving on 5s. 2. Damn. That hurts. Edge takes the first wound. If you hear water, my washing machine is in the background. I'm not urinating on stream. Okay, Edge. Swinging back with his sword. With himself, the sword. Hitting on 3s. 6. Wounding on 4s. Why am I trying to remember the number? It's easy. Wounding on 4s. 3. No wound. Ow. Okay. 1. What's his name? 110, 1 something. Ethernet Warrior. Swinging back with his spear. Hitting on 3s. 4. Wounding on 4s. 3. Edge kicking with his shoe. Hitting on 3s. 5. Wounding on 4s. A 3. No dice. Ethernet Warrior using a zap attack with his head. Hitting on 3s. 2. Edge swinging back. Hitting on 3s. A 3. Wounding on 4s. A 3. These two aren't very good at dealing damage. Ethernet Warrior slinging back at Edge. Ethernet Warrior is going to use a fist punch attack. Hitting on 3s. 4. Wounding on 4s. 2. All right, Edge. Edge is going to try to pierce with a running tackle. Hitting on 3s. A 6. Wounding on 4s. A 3. So many 3s on the wound rolls. Ethernet Warrior using a kick. A mighty kick. Hitting on 3s. A 3. Wounding on 4s. A 2. Ouch. Edge is going to slice. Hitting on 3s. 1. Ethernet Warrior poking with his spear. Hitting on 3s. 2. Edge swinging his sword. Yet again. Hitting on 3s. A 5. Wounding on 4s. A 3. Damn. A lot of 3s on the wound roll. All right. Ethernet Warrior poking again with his spear. Hitting on 3s. 1. Edge poking with his sword. Hitting on 3s. 5. Wounding on 4s. A 5. All right. Will Ethernet Warrior save on 5s? No save. Ouch. 1 wound each. Ethernet Warrior retaliating with another zap attack from his Ethernet cable head. Hitting on 3s. A 4. Wounding on 4s. A 3. Edge retaliating with a 1-2 kick. Hitting on 3s. 3. Wounding on 4s. A 6. Will Ethernet Warrior save on a 5? Oh my goodness. Ethernet Warrior saves. Woo! That was close. Okay. Ethernet Warrior retaliating with a roundhouse kick. Hitting on 3s. A 5. Wounding on 4s. A 6. Okay, well, edge save on a 5. Oh my god. Wow. Edge saved on a 5. This slow, boring match is becoming quite a back and forth. Edge is going to retaliate, hitting on 3s. A 4. Wounding on 4s. A 6. Will Ethernet Warrior save? Oh, a 3. Sorry, Ethernet Warrior. Edge edged you out. Edge is another connotation now, but he edged you. Sorry, Ethernet Warrior. I love this model, so I'm pretty bummed that it's going to be going. It is a pretty miniature. What a shame. All right, let's see what level it's being blent on. Sorry, Ethernet Warrior. You were a mighty combatant, and that was a close fight. D8, rolling for the setting. 8. This is the first time we're on Liquefy and Great. Putting on the dust mask. Say goodbye, Ethernet Warrior. Rest in peace. I bumped the mic and the webcam, but hopefully you caught most of that. I was trying to one-hand it. All right, let's see. You're going to see a lot of white powder from the last contestant as well in here. Oh my god, you can see his head still. That's good. Check it out. The Ethernet Warrior remains. He'll look good on the trophy. Oh, that's sad. You can see a bit of his torso, some of his base. Rest in peace, Ethernet Warrior. A mighty combatant indeed. Ouch. How sad to see him go. A powerful force of nature, to be sure. I'm trying to get a lot of the powder out of this blender. There we go. That's better. Still not quite, but it's enough. Rest in peace, Ethernet Warrior. Rest in peace. Next, a battle I've been waiting for. I can take off my dust mask. The next battle is one that I've been very excited to host. It is between two of my close friends, Noe and Jay. So, the first I will introduce is Lebred. So, Lebred, funny, was the first model to have issues with transportation. So, this is the first time I made a decision to create a stand-in miniature for my friend Noe. His Lebred was a wonderful model, but when it got shipped, it was shipped a block away from me, and apparently the USPS had an issue with their system. I don't know what happened. They tried to explain it to me. Something about the address being, like, the system messed up the address too. I don't know. It was delivered to the wrong address, and somebody signed for the package. It says Lebred is somewhere in Milwaukee, ironically. This is the replacement. I tried to do it justice. Has the croissant head, the baguette sword, and a cinnamon roll shield. Lebred. So Lebred, I'll read his lore quick. I will never see Lebred. I don't think it will ever make its way to me, sadly. Lebred is by Noe Hammer. Height of 1 inch, weight of 0.009 pounds. Lore, 500 grams strong white flour plus extra for dusting. 1.5 teaspoons salt, 50 grams of sugar, 2 7-gram sachets of fast-acting dried yeast. Oil for greasing, 300 grams butter, room temperature, 1 egg beaten. Le Bread. Le Bread will be fighting the Merkin. The Merkin from Sporehammer. The Merkin. Height of 1 inch, weight of 0.013 pounds. Born to die in the parking lot of a Chicago hotel, denied a warrior's death, and cursed to wander the earth wearing the pubes of his enemies. The Merkin. This will be a battle to remember. And my most anticipated battle today. The next battle is going to be exciting too. But this is my most excited battle because I made one of them. And I was really upset. I went to the post several times trying to recover Le Bread. Because they supposedly were going to try to recover the package from the person who accepted it, but they weren't able to. So, Le Bread might be in a garbage can in Milwaukee somewhere. That's fine. Okay. Evens for Le Bread, odds for the Merkin to go first. Odds, the Merkin goes first. 6 inches movement for the Merkin. He makes it in. Okay. 3 up to hit. The Merkin is going to do a wimpy punch. 3's to hit. A 6. Wounding on 4s. A 1. Le Bread swinging with his baguette sword, hitting on 3s. A 4. Wounding on 4s. A 3. Not quite. The Merkin biting, hitting on 3s. 2. Le Bread going to shield bash with his cinnamon roll shield. I think that's what it is. Hitting on 3s. A 4. Wounding on 4s. A 2. The Merkin going to do a flick of his robotic arm. I think it's a prosthetic or robotic. Let me know, Sporehammer. Hitting on 3s. A 4. Wounding on 4s. A 1. Le Bread croissant headbutt. Hitting on 3s. A 2. The Merkin using his, I think those are horns. I'm looking close. No, they're ears. So I guess he won't use an ear attack. He's going to be biting, hitting on 3s. 1. Le Bread poking with his baguette, hitting on 3s. 2. The Merkin retaliating with a wimpy punch, hitting on 3s. A 3. Wounding on 4s. 2. No dice. A wimpy punch. Le Bread swinging his croissant sword, hitting on 3s. A 5. Wounding on 4s. A 5. The Merkin is going to save on 5s. A 6. Wow, good save, Merkin. The Merkin is going to kick, hitting on 3s. 6. Wounding on 4s. A 3. Le Bread kicking back, hitting on 3s. 6. Wounding on 4s. 2. Whew. The Merkin going to punch, hitting on 3s. 4. Wounding on 4s. 1. Le Bread punching. I don't know. I'm running out of attacks. Le Bread punches, hitting on 3s. 6. Wounding on 4s. 2. The Merkin going to bite Le Bread, hitting on 3s. 5. Wounding on 4s. 2. Le Bread going to bite back with his croissant mouth. It's in there somewhere, hitting on 3s. 1. Bad bite. The Merkin is going to try to pinch Le Bread, hitting on 3s. 4. Wounding on 4s. 5. Ooh. Dangerous pinch. Le Bread saving on 5s. 3. First wound to Le Bread. LeBred retaliates, swinging his baguette sword, hitting on 3s. A 6. Wounding on 4s. A 5. The Merkin saving on 5s. 2. Woo. Okay. The Merkin responding with a punch, hitting on 3s. A 1. Sorry, Merkin. I keep bumping the webcam. My bad. All right. LeBred swinging at the Merkin, hitting on 3s. 3. Wounding on 4s. 6. Will the Merkin save? On 5s. No save. Sorry, Merkin. Rest in peace. LeBred takes one. Good game, LeBred. Okay, the Merkin. What blender setting will we be shredding you on? 2. 2 being puree and stir. Okay. Say goodbye to the Merkin. What a fun model. He is very cute. I really like him, actually. I'm looking close at him just to say goodbye. All right, goodbye. Put on my dust mask. Moving the webcam so you can see it a little better. Bread. Goodbye. Rest in peace, the Merkin. Oh, some of it was stuck, it looks like. Most of it's just the base. The Merkin itself, you can see little bits of his arms. A lot of green in there. Most of the green stuff. Rest in peace, the Merkin. Every time I blend a model, I feel a profound sadness for the miniature we lost. Rest in peace, the Merkin. Our final match for today. Let's see. These are quick matches. We are going fast. Today, we have, let's see, Lufus from Hobbyist White Tiger Tablecraft. On the left side, I'll fix the webcam so you can actually see Lufus a little better. Lufus from White Tiger Tablecraft, Dellen. Height of 1.5 inches, weight of 0.019 pounds. Lufus's lore says he is very big. That is Lufus. Lufus will be competing against a model from a friend of mine. Let me pull him up. When I say a friend, I mean a non-hobby friend. This is a friend of mine from high school, actually. This individual, Nick, when he heard I was doing the Blenderbracker, he is not a miniature painter, nor is he a hobbyist. He plays video games with me. He told me he had to compete because he was very excited. This entrant was 3D printed from another high school friend of mine and painted from that high school friend. So 2 of my high school friends worked together on this model. John David Abraham, at a height of 1.5 inches and a weight of 0.001 pounds. John David Abraham by Hobbyist Pro Brids. Lore, Manifest Destiny. So 2 underspoken human-esque miniatures throwing down, rolling to see who goes first. Evens for Lufus. Odds for John David Abraham. Odds. John David Abraham goes first. 6 inches of movement. He makes it in. I'll put him behind. There we go. We'll zoom in a bit so you can see that action. Hitting on threes, John David Abraham swinging with his axe. A 1 misses. Maybe it was deflected by the bigger axe. I can't quite tell what that is. It's like a pole arm or a halberd or something. Lufus responding, hitting back on 3. A 5, wounding on 4s. 3, no wound. John David Abraham, headbutt, hitting on 3s. 1. John, what are you doing? Lufus responding with a swing of his weapon, hitting on 3s. A 4, wounding on 4s. A 1. John David Abraham responding with a swing of his axe, hitting on 3s. A 4, wounding on 4s. A 2. That one hit the webcam. Lufus retaliating with a muscle punch. He's got big biceps, hitting on 3s. 2. Big biceps, but he can't aim apparently. John David Abraham swinging with his axe in response, hitting on 3s. A 5, wounding on 4s. A 2. Lufus responding, fast-paced action, swinging his axe, hitting on 3s. A 6, wounding on 4s. A 3, no wound. John David responding, hitting with his axe, hitting on 3s. A 2. John David is not doing very well today. Lufus responding with a kick attack, hitting on 3s. A 6, wounding on 4s. A 3. I should be showing the camera. You can barely see. I just looked over. That's funny. Okay, John David responding, hitting on 3s. A 5, wounding on 4s. A 3. Lufus kicking with his leg, hitting on 3s. A 4, wounding on 4s. A 6, will John David save on 5s. A 2, first wound to John David Abraham. Come on, John. John responding with his axe, hitting on 3s. A 5, wounding on 4s. A 4, will Lufus save on 5s. A 2. Oh my gosh. We're down to the wire. Lufus responding with a punch, hitting on 3s. A 5, wounding on 4s. A 2. John David responding with his foot, kicking on 3s. A 4, wounding on 4s. A 2. Lufus responding with a headbutt of his own, hitting on 3s. A 2. Bad headbutt. John David responding with a spinning axe attack, hitting on 3s. A 4, wounding on 4s. A 6. All right. Will Lufus save on 5s? All right, Dylan. I'll try to do you justice here. A 5. Wow, I did do you justice, Dylan. That's good. Lufus saves from death. Okay, very, very, very close there. Lufus is going to be responding, hitting with his axe on 3s. A 1. Maybe he's dazed from the near-death experience. John David looking to finish the fight, hitting on 3s. A 5, wounding on 4s. A 6. Okay. Lufus saving again. Looking for a 5. Oh my God, Lufus is resilient. Another clutch save from Lufus. Lufus is not going down without a fight. Lufus responding, hitting on 3s. A 1. Again, he's hanging on for dear life. John David trying to hack through the thick body of Lufus, hitting on 3s. A 2. Lufus shaking it off and responding, hitting on 3s. A 4. Wounding on 4s. A 1. Okay, John David swinging back with his axe, hitting on 3s. A 1. Lufus responding with his axe in turn, hitting on 3s. 4. Wounding on 4s. A 4. John David saving. A 6. Oh my God. This is a back and forth. John David saving with the 6. John David responding from this near-death experience, hitting on 3s. A 6. Wounding on 4s. A 4. Okay. Lufus saving with the 5s. Can he save 3 times? Good luck, Lufus. A 6. Oh my God. Lufus saved 3 times. Lufus responding. Lufus swinging his axe, hitting on 3s. 3. Wounding on 4s. 1. John David responding with his axe, hitting on 3s. A 6. Wounding on 4s. A 4. Okay. Now, will he save 4 times? Lufus, good luck. Lufus's luck has run out. My webcam was pointed at the wrong area, but I didn't touch the dice, I promise. I staged it. It's all fake. The bracket is a lie. No. Sorry, Lufus. 3 saves. 1 too many. Lufus was defeated. A gorgeous model from Dellen White Tiger Tablecraft will be reduced to dust shortly. Rest in peace, Lufus. Thank you for fighting. What setting will you be blended at? Rolling a d8. A 1. Ooh. Mix and whip. I gotta fix my webcam. It keeps doing that. Let's see. There we go. That'll be better. He wasn't big enough. Not quite. Goodbye, Lufus. Putting on my dust mask. Woo! There it goes. Rest in peace, Lufus. Let's see what remains. Oh, his polearm. Oh my God, a huge chunk of Lufus. Something's stuck in there. There it goes. Let's see. I see the head of his polearm. I see his body in its entirety. Just about. Is this metal? Go on, you punk. A metal sphere was sent through the blender. That's okay. Some of his base. The Battle of War. Rest in peace, Lufus. Such is the blender bracket. Another dead. Thank you, everybody, for attending. We are going to roll to see the map for next week. Let's see. Next week, we will be fighting on roll an AD8 to check the map. Where did I put the maps? There it is. D8. 6 will be on the Forest of Hope. See you on the Forest of Hope next week. We've been there before, but we'll be there again. Next week, Crawl the Ancient versus Plet Corb. Twins for Uranus versus Splee, the Bearer of Sock. Legs versus Bort. And Steven Starchaser versus Gorbin the Destroyer. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Next week will be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. We're halfway through round 1. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for attending. It was a lot of fun. See you next week, my friends. Bye-bye. Bye, Tanner. We love you, Tanner. Love you too.